Hey there folks, and welcome to the next episode of Borderlands. In this episode we are going to be dealing with Bonehead in the near future here. If you don't know who Bonehead is a very notorious boss, I'll just say that. And not only like a main boss, he's kind of a main boss. But for right now we're going to be dealing with TK Baja instead. He's got some missions for us to go deal with and such. But yeah, these missions, basically we are going back to Skag once again, because that's what these missions are dedicated to. Because as we done to Skag we only done the taste of that area, because we dealt with 9 toes. So now on to the rest of Skag which we're dealing with a Skag named Scar. We have to kill him. And then get TK Baja's leg back, which, yeah, his prosthetic leg, I should say. Not his actual leg. Because Scar is the one that's been messing him up here and there, or basically turning him into Mangle at the end of the day. So Blind Hand took his leg and just everything. Just basically ruined TK Baja's life in a way, even though he's as hopeful as he is. Yeah, man. And then I guess kill some Skags along the way, and little baby pups. You know, not really giving much XP, they're just there. Innocents, because they're only like level 2s and such. Yeah, now heading on to the Skag once more. Now back at Scar as we can see, we got the vending machines once again, but we notice there's a missionary here on the left of us. Something on the bench there. As we go check, we have a bit of a history lesson apparently, or something. You know, I know who that is. You know, just to say that's Sledge. Because even I don't even understand this whole Ramble quest at the end of the day. It's just kind of just there. I'm not trying to sound like a blind idiot, but it just feels like it. Like maybe I'm not seeing it. Or what they're trying to elaborate at the end of the day, but it's basically just, I guess the Sledge band is going about and stuff. Getting things. Yeah, we gotta get the first recorder, which is all the way up there, because of that one roundabout we did. We're basically going back up there once again. And such. Kill all these Skags once again. From the whelps to the pups to everything. We'll definitely be seeing some new Skags eventually here. I got stuck on a pair of bones there. I don't even know how. There's the Skag whelp once again. Which, yeah, I will note, in case you ever want to fight 9 toes again, you can, but you'll not only have to wait till he respawns, but it's just better off you just restart the game and just go back in. So, otherwise, basically just going to be doing our own thing. Because the only special thing, if I recall, what you get out of 9 toes is probably just that fire pistol at the end of the day. So that's really about it. He's one of those bosses that just so happens to have a rare item, which not surprised. He is the unique boss and the first boss you deal with. I say unique loosely on that because he is technically the first boss. He's your basic Papa setting ground. How to deal with him. Now this bridge here. That's strange, there's just a rock bridge over here. Grab this recording and more ramblings. See, I have no idea what on earth they're saying about that. Oh yeah, something to know about Borderlands 1 compared to 2 and 3 in the future. This has fall damage, so be careful of jumping from high grounds. And such. So yeah, that's the crazy part. This game had fall damage. Where 2 later said nah, and then 3 accelerated that even further with more acrobatics at it and such. And then pre-sequel also definitely accelerated that too. And butt slam. Oh, there's my friend going maniac mode again. Check. Get ready to hear that. Like, I'm gonna say like 40% of the video. Just 40% of the video, you're gonna be hearing them. Let's think of it as asthma. You know, there. Or ASMR, in other words. Rick just screaming. Also, yeah, that's Skag. Holy crap. He just flew off map. Yeah, because I just know I saw the Skag jumped, and he fell all the way in the back. I don't even know what to say. I think I see him, though. Yeah, he's down there. He just flew all the way down there. Don't even think we're going to be able to get him at that point. So we'll just leave him. Let the others know. And we got a shield here. The scarecrow. Such. So now on to up here, because yeah, there's a lot of things going on here. That's some racks, which yeah, be careful whenever you kill bloated racks, because bloated racks are the ones that have the loot and stuff. And if you kill that while it's just high up somewhere, you just lose that loot at the end of it. There is no lost and found loot yet till for free, I believe. Or not. And as my friend mentioned about the blood racks, yes, they are indeed like predecessors to the chubbies that later appear in 2, or Borderlands 2, because I don't think they appear in 3. I think they do. But yeah, the bloodeds are basically the predecessors to chubbies in some ways. You know, I thought this had chubbies too, but then again, I'm a friend. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking where. So if there's an area to think of though, I'm thinking the DLC areas might have the chubbies. I was like, once we get there, we're gonna be dealing with a fun case of the zombies. But for now, Skags, because they're everywhere. They're on the floor. They're on the wall. They're in my window. Yeah, just see all these Skags here and there, and it's like, I will say be careful once you're going up here though, because this is also where Scar is at. So get ready for hell, because Scar is technically your first bass Skag to deal with. So prepare for hell, and yeah, just to say he wildly jumps in shockwaves, because that's the special part about the bass ones. They will ruin you in seconds. And Scar is no exception to that. And as you can see so much damage on Scar considering there's a big old... either that's a leg or that's the blade, I'm not sure what's sticking out on him there. But TK Baja sure put some damage on him in return. And it makes perfect sense. Oh yeah, and beware of the spitter Skags. This is where the spitter Skags show up too. This is technically where all the Skags show up, but for now it's like kind of like a bit of a spitter Skag, and then there's other variants too. Then there's one variant that doesn't. Oh wait, no, I take it back. It shows up, but it's not as sturdy as it was in 2. Like you can kill it like no problem. And then my buddy went down, trying to help him take out Scar. There we go. Yeah, once you basically go down, you can basically help them try to kill the guy. Yeah, I got a pistol here, which is not bad, but that fire rate is horrendous though. 2.6. Got that damage though. It's definitely got that damage at the end there, because yeah, you do want to get some damage some ways. But yeah, I will say when it comes to Borderlands 1, their gun stats are wild. They go all over the place when it comes to gun stats in this one. Compared to 2 and 3 they kind of bring it back, but not as crazy. I don't think. Unless we're talking about the later post-game ones, then they do. But yeah, you know, they're post-games. Yeah, I see this nasty repeater and stuff, but yeah, also slow fire rate. So yeah, that's the problem about the repeater pistols. They're so slow. Except for like, you know, the Hyperion pistol was like 4.6. That wasn't bad. My problem is it doesn't have the damage output. That's kind of why I just stuck with the 2.6 one at the end of the day. Yeah. See, overall, it's like when it comes to like certain enemies, you have to be careful where to kill them, because if you kill them at a spot where they just fall in the pit, they're gonna just fall in the pit. So mainly that bullet rats. I would have gone.
Need some help.
I'm just trying to figure out what to put this point on, but yeah, I'm thinking about this going straight up on the military at the end of the day, because the military is very useful for the beginning bit. I will note, probably end up switching that in the future, but for now. And that is, you know what, we'll just keep that health point, because that health point's great for some cases. Because I will say, when it comes to Borderlands 1 to 2, you really don't want to focus on one tree a little bit, you want to focus a little bit on the goodies the other trees have to offer. And I will note mostly just the initial. Some character builds are just straight up to that one tree though. But it's just a fun case for realizing. And what kind of plays you can play as that character at the end though. And what's the, meta build. I'm just gonna say for meta build, Roland is not that case. But the other three, they definitely have a meta build, because then, while I am the weakest of the characters, my buddy here is the strongest of the characters, because he is insane about his explosiveness. Because explosive as an element back then is crazier than it later becomes for 2. Because 2, I don't know what's really crazy more when it comes to explosive besides, playing as Craig and stuff. But I think he's like the one that kind of brings that back, and it makes sense too because he's also a sort of berserker, but he's a psycho. So yeah, you get to play as a psycho for 2. Now onto the blade flower seeds, which the blade flower seeds are kind of is probably the most difficult part about this missions and tasks, because while Scar is a tough one, I say the honor of toughness goes to this one more. This is a tough area. Even if you go out of your way to do like mostly everything, you still are going to have a tough time dealing with this. And especially in True Vault, because if I recall in True Vault, they replace like every Skag as this one Skag you'll be seeing eventually. I haven't seen him yet, but he'll be showing up. I just know those Skags are more notorious than these ones. Yeah, just dealing with some whelps. I got shocked. I kind of figured I'd seen at least one of them by then, but no. Instead of just seeing an adult Skag, which, yeah, that's like the middle threshold. It's not crazy though. Yeah, there's the second blade flower seed. Because yeah, the first one was just a given. And now the third one here. Just gotta jump up to that. There we go. Now onwards to victory. Hopefully victory, because yeah, I think this is where it starts getting bad. Because yeah, there's like a drop of no return. Although I think you might be able to grenade jump. I don't know, that might have been that good too. Oh yeah, hello, there's the bass gag. Oh boy. But yeah, like I said, Scar is a bass Skag variant, while this is the actual bass Skag. I will note, Scar is technically the tougher one. He's supposed to be a mini boss. But yeah, be unaware for those at the end of the day. They are basically the fastball Skag. They will punish you like no tomorrow. And we got Skag. Well. Man, this just reminded me of that time, and because way back then I used to play a little bit of Warframe, and there was these dog huts where these dogs would just keep spawning out of huts. I think I still have a clip of that on my old channel, but it just okay. It's my bud. My buddy has the clip, but I remember how freaking hilarious that clip was. Cause I just keep slicing at this freaking hut at the end, because a dog would just keep popping out of it and stuff. It's like, keep freaking dying. Get the frick out of here and such. But yeah, onto more of these blade flowers at the end of the day. Got the spitter skag. Being a butt carrier. So I think that's a fun part about when it comes to the OG Borderlands. You have like all these mooks and stuff. You just go on a killing spree. And yes, it doesn't have to be like big mooks. It just be like small little mooks like that you just have to take care of. Getting surrounded is funner than just dealing with one big mook. Or I'll say it is chaos done right. Oh, Basket came back again. Round 2. Yeah, I will say that Basket will come back again. He's back again, baby. And he is mean as ever. But yeah, I will say the bad part about the Basket, like I said, as I mentioned, fastball, they just love lunging. They love lunging like big time. And then now he's just going to be focusing on my friend now. Which is a problem, because I'm trying to rescue him as he went down. So I'm hoping to... Problem is, I'm also accidentally driving attention to him, because yeah, I will note, when you try to revive, it does pause that timer, so that's a good part. Okay, that's a dead one. And there was a stupid spitter skag, because yeah, there was a spitter skag on the side. The whole time. And then we got this shotgun here, that's not bad. Only problem is 2 shots. Because yeah, there are just some guns that are completely overhaul the gun at the end of it, because I know TDR has more shots than that. Normally. So this is a special one. A special build at the end of it and such. Yeah, now just after dealing with the heart of the den here, as you can see, there is also a red loot box, so there is actually a reason to go down this way, luckily. But yeah, I thought the shotgun was good. It's kind of terrible. I should have just stuck with the green one, but oh well.
This'll help.
It's a little bit better, so we're not. We got a combat rifle here, and then a level 13 sniper. But we are in no way going to use that for like 5 levels. But yeah, that's the fun part about Borderlands 1. Its level is very inconsistent sometimes. You'll just come across a weapon that you just cannot use until the next 3 levels. That's the only problem. Yeah, I just decided to try the combat rifle, because I will say some of these dial combat rifles are pretty good. It's just a matter of trying to find which one is it at the end of it. Which, when I say combat rifles, not the pounders, those ones suck. Person. Unless it's like a big mag, maybe. Just maybe. But then again, that's a single shot though, rifle at that point. Yeah, now dealing with the rest of this den here, because yeah, we are just in the heart of the den at this point. Do up gigs. Yeah, look at the shotgun just punishes them at the end of it. If the adult skag didn't just punish me, because yeah, I will note, when Roland goes down, his turret goes bye-bye. Welcome to the biggest problem about Roland. And probably the reason why he's not that great. Because I will note, as Axton, I don't think that happens in his case. That's why Axton's just better. In regards. Which is weird, because back then, when it came to, when I started Borderlands 2 to 1, I was a bit disappointed in Axton a little bit, because he didn't have the health resource as Roland, but then I realized it's like you technically don't really need that to a degree.
Oh, that hurt.
over time, and then it turns out Axton is just one of the best soldiers. Until 3, that is. 3, the one girl just kicks ass. She just kicks ass. And then not only that, she doesn't have a turn anymore, she has a mech suit, which is so much better. A big old freaking mech suit. It's so much better than that. Yeah, there we go, we have all the Blade Flower Seeds, so now to head on back, as they say. Open this box while at it. What did we get for the last reward? A terrible rifle. Welcome to Borderlands, everyone. Or your loot can be golden, or your loot can be a turd. Anyways, to save a trip though, after buying some SDU upgrades and killing some Skags, you're heading back to TK Baja and turn the rest of the stuff. Which, yeah, you get a sniper rifle, which could be okay or just terrible. I will say that one's not so bad. It has a critical hit bonus. Pretty good one. And then the special shotgun is TK's Wave, which is not a bad shotgun, I will say. I think it's just a bit tad better than the purple one I just have here. Because of the fact it's not only 6 shots, it has a special claws. So, because some guns do functionally work like a gun, but then you have guns like these. These guns are very special in regards. And why they're mostly blue rarity, I will say. Because, yeah, as you can see there, it shoots swirly bullets instead of a regular bullet. I will note, some other guns are here and there in terms of if they have their special function or not. Because the next gun I'm going to get here eventually normally has swirly bullets, but sometimes you can just get it with just regular bullets. So, now that we helped out Scooter with the catch a ride, or getting to the catch a ride pole, we need to help out Scooter one time. Or getting the Scooter to his depot spot there, we now have to help him out to go deal with Bonehead, because Bonehead took the Digistruct module to get that to work, because otherwise we can't spawn a runner to jump the ramp. Because the way to it is gate off right now, and we need to reopen that and such. So now I have to deal with Bonehead here, which this is where the curveball begins, because as you can see, he is level 12. Because Bonehead is an asshole, I'm just gonna say that. Because for some reason, out of all the side stuff you do, for some freaking reason, he is level 12, which I do not understand this at all. I could have sworn that he was like level 8 or 9 at some point, but no, he's level 12. Which, yeah, that's why my bud went down, because, yeah, I was getting hit that hard. Even with the health regeneration, yeah, you're gonna go down like no tomorrow. That's the only bummer part. Because, yeah, you can only take so much damage, and when the opponent's much high, I will note, when the opponent's higher level, and they're not only higher level, you have lesser damage resistance when you deal with a higher level. Compared to if it's the opposite, where you dish out more damage if they're lower level. That's why you can just straight up just turn around and just kill a level 5 Mook as a level 9. Yeah, trying to hit him with a sniper, which the sniper is a hit and miss on the accuracy. See there? And I tried to hide behind here, but his accuracy is freaking pinpoint though. Because look at that, just burn right through my shield and health, just like that. And I'm about to die here. It's like, oh god. I'm trying to just like pop a wheelie there, but nope, he got me. So to call for my friend, hopefully we can get around him and not die as well. Because if we die, we basically have to reset this fight. Because Bonehead is just that much of a mess. I will say he's like the one curveball I can think throughout this game. I will know. So technically what you're doing here is essentially maybe the hardest fight. The other ones I can just think of is the Me of the Circle or whatever it's called. Because just to say, there is some survival missions here eventually we'll get to do. Or the actual one is the Mad Moxie Underdome, which I will say we're skipping that because, no. That's in case if you just have a solid build and if you want to do it. Otherwise, we're avoiding that like the plague. But I will say that is a thing. It's just not a really fun thing.
Getting better all the time.
So basically, you just go at it until you basically go down. And when I say go down, when I say go at, I mean until like you're 10 or 15 ways, which is a lot. I'll just say that. Yeah, here is the Bonehead SMG, which is this is a gun I was talking about that can have swirly bullets or can just shoot normal. In this case, it's shooting normal. Now, the special part about the Bonehead is it always has a double bullet pellet, or it always spawns with a double bullet pellet. I will say it can also spawn with 4 times bullet pellet instead too. It just really depends on how much you want to burn 3 ammo at the end of that, because I will note, the more pellets, the more pellets you're shooting. I don't know if it was always like that, however, but I just know, at most, for this case, just be careful about that. Especially, like, right now, when you can't really shoot so much. Because the SDU upgrade you get is not a whole lot for ammo compensation right now. And now on to turning that in after dealing with the clash. That is Bonehead. Yeah, Bonehead is a real freaking menace throughout this adventure sometimes. And the only best thing you do is hide and shoot, hide and shoot. Luckily we have a back way shoot here, so because yeah, he just has this back way here the whole time. He doesn't ever intervene at all. He's just there. He's just literally there. But yeah, just selling my stuff and such here at this point. So after selling some stuff and giving my buddy that bazooka, because I decided I was like, you know what, you can have it. We are going to go ahead and turn this in, and then now we get to deal with the next portion of this adventure. So yeah, since now we get a buggy, we now have to jump over the big old gap that is, what is this called? You can, but yeah, the buggy. You can spawn a rocket launcher one, or you can spawn a machine gun one. Oh yeah, you gotta jump over piss wash ramp. That's right, at the piss wash gap. And then once we get over there, we can just hit the gate switch, and then finally we have full access going through this area normally. I will note, once you basically start that mission, you have 2 missions given here, which is the journal missions, because yeah, that's where that begins. Because yeah, you get to hear about Tannis and how she came to Pandora and stuff, and how her experiences were and such. But yeah, let's say, probably the most despaired. I deal with these stupid fans once again, because yeah, they keep showing up. I don't know what's with them. They just have the desire to die. And I would just jump over the piss wash ramp here, whatever it's at. Oh yeah, I think I have to get this journal here. So yeah, stop by to get this journal real quick. Yeah, there is a journal in Bonehead's area. Which, thank God we didn't start over just yet. Or in session, because if we end session, we have to deal with Bonehead again, which would be pain. So I think we were going to, but like, nah, we did another push. Then I guess I just done with the Skags here. What? Yeah, I'm gonna get this recorder because yeah, if you notice there was a recorder on that pole, yeah, that was the journal.
I have been assigned to this sector by my superiors to find evidence of abandoned alien technology, similar to that found by our competitor, the Atlas Company, in the ruins.
And my buddy wants to drive. Oh boy.
Technology that many believe.
All right, let's see how this goes.
This kind of find seems astronomically improbable.
As he figures out the controls.
Benefactors believe in it enough to waste my considerable talents. I've only been here for 3 hours.
I'm just pointing at the thing. He's going up this way. Oh no. I think he tried to do the ramp, but and then there's the roadkill. Crap. Yeah, at this point I just got feel cool. It's like, you know what, I'm just gonna get this general over here. As he does some of the roadkill. I don't think they're all here, because yeah, we have to do some roadkill and stuff.
The moonlight cycles are
Just
difficult to get
basically
used to.
just run over 10
Planet
Skags.
rotation day is over
Because the great
99%.
part about when it comes to roadkill in this one compared to 2, you do not take in damage in return.
When I
So
attach
look at
scientific
that.
inquiry to something
You
like
just
this,
run it over,
I'm greeted with silly nursery
no matter how bad it is.
Oh, hell, did you just leap over piss wash Gully and one of my runners?
Okay, it is called that. I was wondering if there was a third name to that. But yeah, Pishwash Gully, which is technically the famous gap of Firestone. Yep, now to get over here so we can open the gate here, because yeah, this is the gate I was referring to that is locked away from us for now. That prevents us to going further. But yeah, say hello to the Bass Bass Raider, which yeah, these Bass Raiders are pain in the asses. You want pain, this is used for pain. And also yeah, say hello to the neighbor Skags, because yeah, they decided to intervene. And stuff. Be as mean as ever. Which those elder ones. Those other ones are pain in the ass, because the elders are kind of mixed between the adult and the spitter. I will say they're basically like the third in command besides the Bass Skag and the other Skags we'll be seeing eventually. Surprised I still haven't seen not one of those yet. Yeah, the Bass Raider is a freaking prick to deal with though, like I said. But yeah, it just shocked me like, oh crap, it's a Bass Raider. But yeah, I will know something else I guess to mention in the future too. When we start Borderlands 2, we're going to be starting on the True Vault. I will know. So yeah, I will say, this game technically has 2 playthroughs, but we're going to start on the initial for this one, while for Borderlands 2, we're going to start on the True Vault side. Because we kind of need a True Vault character anyway. But to say though, that's how it's going to be in the future here for those that are curious how we're going to start 2 and such.
Alright, why don't you come on back? I got something for
Now we
you.
got to return to Zed for another time, but for now, focus on the journals because the journals are out here too. And yeah, as soon as we do that, we get more missions for Firestone. Get ready to deal with that a lot, because when you just open something, something's just bound to tell you, oh hey yeah, there's something at the bulletin board now. Yeah, that's the fun part. But then again, I think I like re-decides like, wait, yeah, you know, I should probably check that Firestone bulletin board.
The celebration was lonely, as I only have 2 colleagues left. And I'm not too fond of...
Yeah, I do gotta say, you want to kind of think advanced sometimes, because sometimes you may have to go over to that area for another mission too. Because not all missions stack up sometimes, and that's especially in this case for Borderlands 1. Where you just do this said mission and you think you'd be done when it turns out there's a mission that wants you to go back to that area. Yeah, this is telling you that there's another guy over on that other side that will help you out, and it's Shep Sanders.
I'm not much for compliments, but...
You also get a weapon equip slot, because yeah, just said we were only able to equip 2 weapons. You can technically equip up to 4, but the 2 are locked as of now until you do these certain missions, these 2 certain missions, because I think the 4th one we ain't gonna get till New Haven. But to say though, the 3rd weapon, we're now able to equip the 3rd weapon now. And we also get another mission called the Shock Crystal Harvest. This is one that's definitely going to be done much later. Much later.
Sledge is a bad man who has done terrible things to the people of Firestone. Do what you must.
And of course, we got the local neighbors coming at us again. Neighbors for the last time, that's my yard. It's okay though, we need roadkill anyways. Yeah, I was just trying to figure out was there any other ones to roadkill here. I am not seeing any. Where's the local wildlife at? Oh, there's one. Got him. So getting a little red in the tires. That's out of the way. I know I said getting a little blood on the tires. I just like the little red better. Now on to meet. Should we meet Shep Sanders here? Because yeah, this is where Shep Sanders is at. He's right there in the shack there. Yeah, we do. Okay. I thought so. Yeah, me and Shep Sanders, which yeah, Shep Sanders is just a basic NPC at the end of the day. And also a nice shield here too. 30% health boost, because yeah, this shit. The shields in Borderlands 1 were also pretty crazy back then, because you will come across shields that just straight up just boost your health the heck and back. Like I said. But yeah, these shields, especially in 2, they become much worse in 2's case, but for this game's case, it's pretty good. Because yeah, I think all shields had a same delay, it's just better capacity or better recharge rate. And then 2, they later changed that. And such. I just tossed him that shield to see if you want it or not at the end of the day. It's like if it's good or not. So I know this one was better. And especially probably helpful for the health regen. Because I will say health boost shields are probably great for Brick because of health regen. Yeah, he gets health regen whenever he goes berserk mode. Now onto into the next journal. Yeah, we're just dealing with a bunch of raiders here. This is where it gets a little crazy. Getting that being over there. Moop. There you moop. Burnt Psycho. Yeah, Burnt Psychos are kind of interesting because, yeah, while they are called Burnt Psychos, you can still lit fire on them. Or still dish out. I'd say you can dish out the fire damage, you just can't whip them. Because they're already lit, so. They're just not immune to fire damage. There's a really weird setting on them, to be honest. That's a level up. After dealing with the little man with the shotgun. There's a guy here shooting through the building, which I call hacks, big time. Because yeah, I will say that's the other problem about Borderlands 1, because they can shoot through things. And here we go with the Bruisers, which yeah, the Bruisers are big muscle guys with assault rifles. And beware about these guys can tank and dish out in return. Especially the other variants, because I will say there's also variants that have bazookas. Then we have this Burn Psycho just going crazy with the axes, which I will say be careful about that, because they get crazy about that. With the Raider here, and my grenade did not explode, because I will say grenades in the first game kind of suck unless you're using a transfusion grenade. Yeah, I don't think there wasn't any special grenades until 2. 2 they changed that big time. That's good. That part. Yeah, that was the most basic part about 1, is grenades were not that great. I think some shields got unique premise in this one, but mostly was that. Okay, now on to dealing with these. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way to get out there. So there's a lot of ways to go about this. So I can go deal with this mook here. Have a grenade, buddy. And there we go. And I believe there is a burning psycho somewhere, but I don't see him. So I know he was throwing an axe and then he fell in. He was a pretty good sniper too. Let's go ahead and use that. Oh, there he is. And he did. Got the mining key, because yeah, the mining key's in here too on top of it, by the way. Because yeah, I will mention we'll typically we sometimes will end up like doing 2 missions at the same time. Just to cut the time. Yeah, the journal is also here too, but I'm also being a dippy. I don't think I grabbed the journal on top, because I think the journal's on top here. As we just saw. Instead of just brain fumbling here, it's like, oh yeah, that's right. One second, yeah, I will say you do want the ammo regen, you don't want too much of that. Because as the saying goes, you don't want full reliance, you want some reliance. Basically, I'll just say this, if you're burning through ammo like no tomorrow, then you want a higher reliance. But otherwise, then no. Yeah. Because, yeah, my goal for this whole video is probably just get the journals done at the end of the day, but for now, let's figure out how to do about it and such. Okay, yeah, I didn't just realize, oh yeah, the journal's up there, I should probably go get that. So I literally just jumped down. And there we go.
76th day. I was woken up, hoping I was having a reoccurring nightmare. We spent more than 36 hours earlier today relocating our camp closer to our dig site, only to be ambushed by local wildlife that's hungry coming out of hibernation. Half of my staff was eaten alive, or killed by Skags. I survived by hiding under a colleague of mine who was being devoured on top of me. His name was Carl. My emotions are deadened, and I grieve for none of them. In point of fact, the only emotion I felt was that of joy. I felt joy because his chair was always more comfortable than mine. I took his chair, and then I noticed the emissive glow on the rocks at the dig site.
Yeah, so Dr. Patricia Tanis is a doctor that came from Dahl. When Dahl was at first exploring through Pandora and such, and before their... In fact, I'm not even sure what exactly happened. I just know Dahl showed up, and then they left. While banning most of their scientists and military workers. My only guess because maybe Atlas had a war with Dahl at the end of the day, but I'm not really entirely sure. I just know at some point Dahl just abandoned like everything. It's really strange at the end of the day. And I see some Skags here. Oh, hello. I want to deal with these before we hit that. What the Skags? Yeah, these Skags are just like everywhere. Like no matter where you go, there's like a if you just see a den, there's a Skag there. They're literally the roaches of Pandora in dog form. Yeah, that's it for those. So now back to hitting this turbine. As the saying goes, it's always good to go on a killing spree when it comes to Borderlands. That's first turbine, which yeah, basically you just see this as the thing just moves down, unlocks the windmill, so the windmill start spinning. Yeah, it's kind of shocking that even like Pandora, you have windmills. Pretty shocking on that. Yep, there we go. That is basically all the windmills turned on now. Now onto get the fuck out of here. So basically there's a rack den somewhere that we need to go deal with and such. Oop. Yeah. Probably the funniest thing about this buggy too is the horn, because it's literally like a Volkswagen buggy horn. Wait. But yeah, there's the rack den. But yeah, I'm just gonna say about that rack den. Foreshadow in the future. Just gonna say that now. But for now, it's just a rack den. And just build these racks here with the Earthman challenge. There we go. I just gotta deal with that one rack. There they go. Up that way. There. So I just seen the combat rifle there. That was pretty good. It's like, nah, that looks terrible. That's self-fodder. Yeah, these rack dens, there's something special about them. I'll just say in the future. Yep, now to turn that in, but first we need to go deal with the journal, because there's one more journal we don't have. Which is day 172, which is over that way. It's like I was debating, it's like, should we just, yeah, we'll just go ahead and turn these in, then we'll go deal with that, I think. Or not. Actually, I'm not even sure what I'm doing right now. Where am I going? Okay, I think I know what we're doing here. I think we're selling some stuff, if I recall. Alright then. And then I'm realizing in advance, like, oh yeah, there's some missions we can grab here too. Because yeah, more missions opened up again.
Oh, come on, let's get down. Come on, everybody.
On top of it. Because yeah, now we have these ones. Because after getting a little blood on the tires, now we have the Circle of Death. That was not. So instead of the meat of circle, it was the Circle of Death, is what I was trying to refer to earlier. And then the Legend of Moe and Marley, another tough fight, I would just say, in the future here. And then the Scavenger Sniper Rifle at a new area called Eric Hills. We haven't been there yet, but we eventually are going to. But now we are going to go get that journals and stuff. Alright, when we're about to go turn these other missions in, because I'm also seeing in advance where else to turn those other missions in. It's like this one, I was like, do I need to cut here at all? No, I don't need to. Just kind of weird on some of the parts I did here. Because I keep going in and out on the recording. It's like, do I need to cut here or not? No. Okay. Get the fuck out of here and freaking win. Oh my. Anyways, up to the journals now for sure. I believe. So I'm not gonna leave that one last. Although I felt like I probably should have, but I mean you'll see a reason why. There's a reason why. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, we have to go through this area, which if you don't know much about this area, just to say, higher levels. They are higher levels. Much higher levels. So yeah, this is also where they just throw another curveball at you. So this is how apparently it gets more challenging for Borderlands in this case. Just throw a higher level guy at you. So in level 14, we're just gonna grab that. I was hoping to run away.
The fat girl, Shimei, was crushed
But
under an alien
it's like,
woman that
should we just make a stand? Probably should make a stand. But then I noticing, oh yeah, I'm using a burning gun against a burning psycho. And then the rack showed up, and it got really freaking bad. Like, sure, we might survive this, right? And they're just coming back. Which, good thing about racks, though, they give you a lot of XP. It's a good part. And then, of course, my freaking turn is shooting my buggy. And then he went down, or my buddy went down. And then I'm just witnessing these bruises just punching the crap out of him. Because, yeah, I will say, they won't draw their attention to you unless you shoot at them. They don't take out one and go straight for the other sometimes. Sometimes they'll just still point at the one that's trying to kill them right then there. But yeah, it's just safe to say, yeah, we're definitely probably gonna die here. Even though I think I saved myself at the brink there, but immediately I just get butchered by the other one, and he just runs away on a chump. We'll begin revenge. We'll begin revenge in this area sooner or later. But for now, pro strats. Because I will say there is at least a good part about this for paying a fee. Hey, we're back at the one spot. You know, I just paid $1,306, but it is what it is. But hey, pro strats. Yeah, now onto the second tree, because once you spend 5 points on that, on the initial part of the tree, you get the midterm trio available. I call it. And then you got the later end tree. But yeah, that basically wraps that for this episode, I would say, people, because as we're nearing to the end here. Let's turn in the journals here. That basically wraps that. So until then, people, I'll see you guys all next time when we go to the Eric Hills, which the Eric Hills is going to be a torturous thing. How to say that. But until then, people, I'll see y'all next time. You guys take care and ciao and stuff.